my channel Be Optimistic. Today I'm here to let you guys know about some extremely useful tips for IELTS writing task 1, which will definitely assist you guys to get your desired band score in IELTS writing. And in my previous video I've explained that how to describe a process. If you haven't watched that video, then you can get the link in description box. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel, like my videos and share it with your friends as well. So let's dive into today's concept without wasting your precious time right now. First of all, always use the suitable tense. To do so, firstly analyze a statement properly, read it twice or thrice. And if here is mentioned or a second form of verb is used in the statement, then always use the past tense. You guys can easily recognize if the year is given, but sometimes there is no year but second form of verb is used. For example, we can say that the bar chart illustrate data of the people who watched television in evening. So here you can listen that I've used second form, that is watched, instead of saying watch. So at that time you also have to use the past tense, and you can use both active as well as passive form of past tense in order to show the variations. And secondly, if the prediction or estimation is given, sometime it is mentioned in your task 1 statement that predictions or estimation for upcoming years, or in map you sometimes you also got the future tense. So at that time you guys have to use a future tense, or instead of writing will or would, you guys can also use is predicted to, is expected to, or is estimated to, right? And would is used in order to show the probability, means there is 50-50 chances. At that time we use would. And nextly, in case of process or flow chart, always use the present tense and use its both forms, active as well as passive. And in my previous video I've also explained that how to write a process along with using present tense, active as well as passive form. And lastly, if one chart is given, always follow verb with s, as in my introductory video in which I've explained that how to write introduction for IELTS writing task 1. I've clearly explained that if there is only one chart in the statement, for example, the pie chart illustrates the spending of people who lived in America. Here you can see that there is only one chart, then we always have to follow the verb with s. Like in the statement you will also get shows, then you have to replace it with another verb that should always be followed with s. Don't do these kind of mistakes while writing task 1. You will be heavily penalized for doing these kind of mistakes. And nextly, you guys must have to write up to 170 to 180 words. Don't write under length. And secondly, write appropriate overall, as I told in my previous video that how to write in an appropriate overall. Don't ever write memorized phrases. It will not put any positive impact on your reader, and instead of it, it will put negative impression. And thirdly, avoid repetition of connectors, as I have given a list of connectors to you, so you can use those connectors as per the context and the type of the task. And nextly, always try to show variations in comparison. You guys can do so by using the fractions. Like instead of writing 20%, we can write it as a quarter, and instead of writing 33%, we can write 1/3, right? I've also made a video on fractions as well. And try to make different type of sentences, as by using a combination of adjective and noun and verb and adverb, that I've also explained. And use the comparison structure that I have given. Then you don't have to repeat any kind of comparison. So nextly, always take proper care of punctuation marks. That is equally important. You can't overlook this. Always make sure that after connector use a comma and before linkers. For example, linkers like while or whereas, you have to put the comma before the linkers, right? And after the connectors such as to begin with, as we use in task 2, or in task 1 we can say that however, follow the comma after these, right? And don't use comma, and after comma don't use capital letter. I've seen that 80% students do the same mistake, that after putting the comma, especially in the starting of the body paragraph 1, they used to write like this: generally, comma, I capital. That is completely wrong. Always take care of it. After comma, don't use capital letter except for the proper noun, right? After comma, your word should be in small letter, right? So nextly, always follow adverb after verb. It is also one of the common mistake that I used to see when a student attempt their task. They used to put the adverb before the verb. That is wrong. As I've cleared that it also in my previous video, but in this video I'm letting you guys know about all the common mistakes that you shouldn't do. Like, right form of using the adverb is always after the verb in 99% cases. As for example, increased sharply is correct. Instead of writing sharply increase, it is wrong, right? So use it properly. Adverb should be used after the verb. For example, you can see increased sharply, declined significantly. We can't change the order of these. And nextly, make sure to write the name of country, city, month, directions, nationality, language in the capital letters. First letter or first word of these proper nouns should be in capital. Don't write these proper nouns in small letters. And use articles where required. For example, before the directions, such as the south is the correct. As you have studied in your earlier classes, that before the proper noun we have to use the article the, right? And always keep in mind that where you shouldn't use the article. We can't do the overuse or underuse of the articles. We have to use articles appropriately, and every grammatical rule should be followed properly. That's why I've included this over here, so that you guys can clear your doubts as well. Don't ever use the articles before the names of the countries except for USA and UK, right? You guys have to use the article the before USA, means the USA is correct and the UK is correct, but don't write it like this, the India. It is wrong. Okay, and don't use article before a language name like Hindi, Punjabi or English. Don't write like this, the Hindi, the Punjabi. It is wrong. And lastly, don't use article before sports or games like football, hockey, kabaddi, these kind of, like here you can see the example, let's play football. We can't write like this, let's play the football. It is wrong. And nextly, while writing the line graph, you guys should include highest and lowest point. And in order to show the highest point, you can use the word peak, such as, in order to mention the peak, you can write it like this: hit the peak, reach that peak, or touch the peak. Don't ever consider peak as a verb, so don't write like that. Write it like this: peaked. It is wrong. For example, the sales touched peak point, right? The sales touched peak point in month of June. Here you can see that I've written month name in capital, comma, while in month of December the sales fell sharply, and here I'm using combination of verb and adverb as well. Fell is verb over here and sharply is adverb to lowest point at 115. And while writing the bar graph, cover most and least significant change. For example, maximum difference in sales was seen in year 2000, whereas company A was ahead of company B by 4,000 units. However, is our connector over here and we follow it with a comma. The margin narrowed means decreased to as little as 500 in following year. Right? And nextly, in case of pie chart, cover the field that contributes the most and the cover that covers least. Right? For example, 80% of visitors who traveled to Japan in 2012 were from Europe, whereas in the same year, share of Chinese tourists was only 15%. I missed writing the figure over here, was only 15%. So while writing pie, line and bar, always remember to include these things. So these are the common mistakes that students usually do. I don't want you guys to repeat these kind of mistakes which act as a great hindrance in front of your desired band scores. So from the next time, always try to keep all these things in your mind. And I hope that after watching this video, you guys will definitely learn something. And if you face any difficulty, you can ask me in the comment box. And here I have tried to cover each and every single kind of mistake. And I don't think that someone else also explained you these kind of things. I hope so that it's gonna be useful for you guys. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.